Hello YouTube. Boy, we're up close. We're going to somewhat restore these pliers. We're going to modify them. So the name of the video is going to be modifying them or whatever. See how where that's peened? We're going to take our Dremel bit and grind around that. So we'll show you what bit we use when we're done, because we may use a combination of different bits. I've taken a small round one before and actually made a groove in this nut. Excuse my grungy hands. It's been a busy day here, trust me. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, you see I took my little Dremel bit and went around there. Don't worry about dremeling on the nut, because you can file that flat again. So it went all the way around there. But don't just go around there and then make a groove. You know, make sure you look at, don't just make a groove because it'll still be mushed over up here. You have to go up and do this or switch to one that looks like this. Sorry if I crashed you there reaching over. One that looks like this. So to make sure, we're going to switch to one of these next. So we want to get down and tighten these up bars, they'll tighten. You know, make sure the net moves first. You know, tighten them up. So you got plenty of clearance. Just be careful and hope for the best. So here we go. One more grind and then we're going to try it. Okay, see that? And that's starting to come up there. You know, don't worry how to do it. Don't get in a hurry and ruin it. I ruined one the other day. I swore that was part of it because the nut was already, see that? It's coming above it. And working back and forth. I don't like using spray because I'm going to be cleaning the wire and brushing stuff, but you can use spray and then degrease it. So don't be afraid to put some rust spray on there if you think you need it. This is just moving pretty good, so I didn't worry about spraying it. There you go, getting these close-up shots there. Getting right in there, getting down, right down to nitty-gritty. I like this camera. Okay, this did come off a little hard, so I put up the vise and used my big fat wrench to run it back and forth to where I can almost tighten it all the way with my fingers. See that? I actually did. Some of these, they don't give you much thread on them. Look at there. Some of them, they don't give you enough thread on these bolts, or it's been mashed so much by the time you grind, there ain't nothing left. So we got lucky on this one. It's always at your own risk. Because it can be stiff getting off. You're working it back and forth, kind of like a die. But then you're just wearing the threads out in the nut. Or using the nut instead of the bolt. That's good. That's a good snapshot right there. Okay, the perils of working on a tripod. I don't know if it's a bad day at the factory or what, but watch when I turn these over. We got a light back. To me, by eye, these look bent. See that? Let me get up close and then kind of go away. You think they're bent? You think they were a factory defect and they escaped the factory? It's a good company. Turn it over here. CT Company. Jamestown. New York. We all know a guy out there from New York that does tools, don't we? And that's my first proper name. I go by Jim, so I feel like a big shot when I see my name on something. You know, my grandfather's name was Stanley, so I love Stanley Tools. I don't have a lot, but it means a lot to me when I have something like that. Okay, enough jibber jabber. This is going to be some rambling long video like this guy's working on a bolt. I am polite. I have told people, it's just not the channel for you. Get to the point. You know, I've been polite. Some people have been rude, and I'm getting little. I know it's wrong to be rude back. You're just acting like them. If you don't like my channel, go away. No, I'm not really like. You know, I'm lying. I have been. No. Stop rambling. Let's talk more work. I don't know if I made up that saying or not. Let's jibber jabber. Get to work. I just want you to get a good look at these pearl things. We're going to grind them now. That don't just mean grinding on one side. You got to grind both sides. See how they were made? You got to grind both sides. So we're going to determine where to go back and grind at, which is probably going to be right at this line right here. See this step? You ever try to get a needle nose in something you just don't have enough to move it? And you're like, if I just had a thin pair of pliers. Well, we're going to have a thin pair of pliers. See that? This right here almost matches this when I grind this thin. We're going to grind them thin. Then we'll file them and do a little fancy work. So this is going to take a while. So we're not going to show no restoration on these. It's just modifying a pair of pliers. You've all seen me wire brushing all that stuff. And we're doing it again. I might have to shorten this video up and cut this clip out. But I'm not going to. I'm leaving it in there. I'm being defiant. These pliers are either made on a Monday or a Friday. A hangover on Monday or a Friday, and they's in a hurry to get home. I put these in the vise I rig it up, things like with nuts and stuff, and squeeze it. It's kind of hard to explain. I showed it one day on something, but I got a little bit of bend out of it. They don't matter. That way I don't feel so bad grinding on these and chopping them up. Anyway, let's get to work on it. Okay, quick look before I go out and use my 4.5 inch grinder. I took my triangle file and ground a line down in here. Then took this Dremel stone to match this angle of the pliers. You can tell right here where it's down at the angle. Then we're going to go outside and take the flapper disc or whatever we use and see if they're thin enough. I think you know what I mean by looking at it. We'll snap a photo of it in this stage though. Okay, we're going to call this done besides a little bit of polishing and cleaning up. So I followed that angle and continued over there. And I was amazed. And I'm not bragging. I measured these. You're going to have to trust me. I walked in here and measured these, right? Let me go over to this side. See how it fits? It almost goes on there, and it will. That's eyeballing with the line that it was a nasty chicken scratch line. Here, let's turn around this way. Can you tell how much thinner they are now? You remember, I took off this side, plus this side used to be out here, so. Yeah, just sometimes you want a pair of pliers that's thinner. I still ain't figured out these crooked handles, but I don't care. I have a pair of these new Old Stalker. I would have never done it to this pair. Of course, they're my tools and always have them. We're going to polish that out. We did the grinding with 36-inch grit flapper disc. Remember, we made that groove with a Dremel, and then we finished with a 120. So, we'll polish that out a little bit so it looks better. There you go. Look for a couple pictures at the end. Thanks for watching.